I have a Cook Custom Sewing tarp that I've used for years. I actually own several different models. I'm trying out Cook Custom Sewing's new Ridgeline Bag. It's got a grommet on one end, and you can run your one part of your ridgeline out one end, and the other end opens up and actually expands out, sort of like a short, fat snake skin. I'll take some video segments of me setting this up so you get the idea. So as you can see, there's an extension on the bag, and it has a shock cord up here and a shock cord around the midsection here, where you can stuff the entire tarp and all the rig outlines in a smaller package. And here's my ridgeline already attached to the other side of the tarp, so I'll set that up and show you that. So here is the Cook Custom Sewing Ridgeline Bag that's suspended by a ridgeline both ends. And there's the grommet with the ridgeline coming through. And the other end here is open with a piece of cord and a cord lock. So that's where you stuff your tarp in when you're putting it away. So now I can just pull the tarp out, and it's suspended on many of the ridgeline loops that Cook Custom Sewing sews into the top of their tarps. And I'll pull that out. There it is there. I'll pull that out and show you. I have these rigged with prussiks on the end, so I can adjust the whole thing back and forth and just clip it on here. A trick you can do with your guy lines is when you coil them up, you can use a hair tie, and the hair ties stay permanently on the loop. I'll just pull this off. Excuse my hands here, and there you can see it's just lark's headed onto the tarp loop, and the guy line runs through it so that the lark's head, if it loosens up, the hair tie will not come off. And I keep 6 tarp lines, 4 on the 4 corners and 2 on the sides on this 10 by 10 tarp. So there's my favorite way to rig my 10 by 10 Cook Custom Sewing tarp. I could run the ridge through this last loop, but there's the second loop there, but I drop it and attach it to a prusik line with just a little plastic hook, and it just drops it a bit, and I think it helps to shed the wind if it's coming especially towards this end. I don't have it rigged yet, but I can rig a clothesline in here as well. I'll just tie one end to this, rig it through the pole loops. There's 4 pole loops here that you can secure a center pole with and tie it around. I don't need to do that here because I've got plenty of trees to suspend from. So there's the Ridgeline bag, and it can just hang out. And I tension everything on my tarp with trucker's hitches. So there's a trucker's hitch to tension the ridge line. So it's just easy to, it's a slip knot, so you just pull this and it'll undo, and then you can tension it stronger or not. I tension everything with trucker's hitches, like I said. So it's quick release, so it's easy to take down, and it's infinitely adjustable. I just pull that loop out and pull on this with the mechanical advantage of the trucker's hitch to loosen it or tighten it, and that's a slip knot as well. So on takedown, this just slides out. Bowline or bowline is my favorite knot for attaching to the loops. There's the hair tie that I mentioned for securing your cinched cord, because bowlines can be taken off and retied easily. They never get stuck so that you can't undo them. Yeah, so that's my favorite tarp rig. Okay, I'm ready to take down my tarp, and I'll show you how I bundle it up into the ridge bag. I'll undo my prusik here. And I'll just slide it to the center so that I have lots of rope on this side for my next setup. Unclip my prusik here. Slide that one in. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll just start rolling it up. The wind has pushed it up like a shower curtain. Shove it in. I'd already wound up all my guy lines and fastened them with the hair tie. Sil nylon, this is sil nylon, and it is so slippery, I tell you. It wants to pop right out of the bag again. But the Ridgeline bag gives me lots of area, so I don't have to struggle with it. The sil nylon is so springy and it just wants to pop out of the bag. But I got lots of room here. I can secure that temporarily, then I'll undo my line, lower it to the ground, and then compact this even more with the drawstring in the center. So I got a slip knot over here on a trucker's hitch. My tarp has stayed nice and clean. Just the bag is touching the ground now. I think I'm off frame here, but I use a bowline around the other rope here, so it's easy to undo. Okay. slide my prusik in there. And I don't know if I'm frame or not here, so I'll bring this up. So I'll just coil this rope up. And this can all go inside. And I can shove it down now. Close that one and just shove it inside itself. And use the draw cord around the middle. Okay, so what about the other end here? Okay, so I can coil this up. You could actually pull this in from the other side and just put a knot on the end so it doesn't run out. But what I'm doing with this setup is just keeping one coil on the outside. By the way, I use a 50-foot Ridgeline. This is 1/4 inch Amsteel blue. And I'll just secure this with the hair tie on the outside here so it doesn't go anywhere. And now I can pack that away. So that's the Cook Custom Sewing Ridgeline bag and how I use it.